as demanded by the United Nations General Assembly just 2 Fridays ago. We are here to make it known that we, the people of Cambridge, reject the mainstream narrative about what is happening in Gaza. I will not repeat that mainstream narrative because it is so disgusting. Rather, this space today is for Palestinians and for those who support them, you and I, to have our voices heard, to have the Palestinian stories told, to have our space to connect. We are here to express our disgust at the politicians who fail to condemn what is happening in Gaza for what it is, a onslaught, a war crime, and that includes condemning our Cambridge MP who has failed to do so. We are here to express our disgust at the UK government and the Western government who continue to support and fund and aid what is happening in Gaza. And we are here to express our horror, our dismay and our disgust at what is happening in Gaza, and we are here to say loud and clearly, it is a genocide. Since the UN General Assembly voted to demand a ceasefire on Friday the 27th of October, we have seen increased bloodshed committed by Israel, increased genocidal activities. For example, we saw them bomb the Jabalia refugee camp in Gaza, in one of the heaviest attacks since the onslaught began. We saw over 50 people killed, and there are around 16,000 registered refugees in that refugee camp, may I add. We saw Israel strike an ambulance convoy in Gaza City yesterday, killing at least 15 civilians. We saw yesterday Israel strike a UN-run school, killing at least 15 people, mostly women and children. War crime after war crime after war crime. How long does this have to go on for? How many more need to die? How much more until you wake up and see the reality for what it is and stand on the right side of history? Israel is conducting one of the worst atrocities of our age, and the UK, the US and Western governments are supporting it. Our Western governments are genocidal, Islamophobic, profiteering racists. And know this. Know that what we are seeing right now being inflicted on the people of Gaza is horrible. It is disgusting. But it does not exist in a vacuum. It is merely a continuation of the oppression and the tragedies that Palestinians live every single day, week, month, and life of their year of their lives. This crisis is not going to go away if you elect a nicer Israeli government. It will not resolve by nicer peace deals, because this crisis did not start on the 7th of October. This crisis started with the Zionist agenda, an ideology that demands an ethno-nationalist state for Jewish people at the expense of Palestinian Arabs, be they Muslim, Christian, or Jews. Israel was created by expelling over 750,000 Palestinians in 1945 and killing many more to make way for a Jewish-only settlements with Jewish-only cities that have Jewish-only streets on which reside Jewish-only homes. There are thousands of Palestinian refugees across the world who still have the keys to their homes. They still have the keys to their houses, and those houses are being lived in by Jews who are treated as first-class citizens in the state of Israel, at the expense of the Palestinians who are treated as second-class citizens. No, they are treated as insects, as animals. They are called animals by the Israelis. When you reflect on this history, when you reflect on this nature of this Israeli state, you conclude, after careful consideration, that there can be no two-state solution. A two-state solution is not a solution. They want us to compromise our values and to tolerate a state of Israel in the Middle East. There can be no compromising with a terror state. There can be no compromising with a genocidal state. There can be no tolerating a settler colonial state. There can be no tolerating an apartheid state. There can be only one solution: a free, liberated, dignified and honoured Palestine where all people, regardless of race or creed, are allowed to live in peace, dignity and harmony without fear of persecution, without fear of being driven from their homes, without fear of having bombs dropped on their heads. We will not back down. We will not compromise our values. We will rise up and stand steadfast with our brothers and sisters in Palestine who have been standing steadfast for 75 years and counting. We will face up to the mainstream narrative and the media which continue to spurt out nonsense, just as the Palestinians face up to the Israeli apartheid, just as the heroes like Ahad Tamimi rise up and face up to Israeli apartheid, just as those children of Palestine rise up and throw rocks at Israeli tanks. We will stand firm on the principles of justice and equality. We will come out on the streets. We will protest. We will boycott and sanction the Israeli state. We will unselect and vote out MPs who are complicit in Zionism and complicit in the Israeli apartheid. We will use every avenue and utilize every power we have, utilize every platform we have, utilize every influence that we possess, utilize all opportunities to stand, to champion the Palestinian cause, and we will not give up. We will not give up. We will not give up until Palestine is free from the rivers to the sea. From the rivers to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
From the rivers to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
From the rivers to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
From the rivers to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Free, free.
Palestine.
Free, free.
Palestine.
Free, free.
Palestine.
Free, free.
Palestine.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state.
Israel is a.
Terrorist state.
Israel is a.
Terrorist state.
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry.
We will never let you die.
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry.
We will never let you die.
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry.
We will never let you die.
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry.
We will never let you die.
Thank you, oh brothers and sisters of Cambridge. Thank you so much for coming out here.